It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello to all. Welcome to Divas That Care Network. I am Joyce Benning, and I will be your host for this absolutely invigorating, robust lifestyle show. I want to thank each one of our listeners that have tuned in live today and the ones that will be listening to the podcast. I am just so very grateful for each one of you. And today you are all in for a really awesome treat, as I have my returning monthly diva, Beth Lauren Parrish, with me. And she is going to speak about transform your writing in 2 hours. Oh my goodness, is this ever going to be exciting? Beth, could you please introduce yourself to our listeners today?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joyce. I'm Beth Lauren Parrish. My business is Inspired Riding, and I am a certified riding instructor, a remote coach, so I help equestrians around the world, and I am now a certified hypnotherapist and a rapid transformational therapy practitioner. And I help equestrians feel more confident and connected to their horses by reminding them to slow down, trust their intuition, listen to their horses so they can have the best co-creative dances possible.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Slow down, trust your horses, listen to your intuition, and have a co-creative dance together. Oh, that was just beautiful. That was so much said in just one sentence there. I loved it.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. And everything you have with your name, girl, and just being certified now in the 2 new categories. Oh, congratulations, Beth. This is phenomenal. That is so exciting, and I'm so glad you get to announce it on Robust Lifestyles that you are now certified in all of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's so exciting. I've been working on this program since October 2021, so just a little under 7 months now. And the journey's been really interesting because I had been talking to one of my clients who was having some confidence issues, and she was doing great with my program, but then she just decided to work with a hypnotherapist, and she said it really helped her. And that kind of like sparked a light in me. I'm like, wait, I want those skills. How do I do that? And I just one day saw this program being advertised, and it was created by Marissa Peer, and she is an internationally known therapist, and she's won many, many awards with this program. And I said, okay, I think this is the best of the best. I'm going for it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, definitely. And I've heard her name many times. So, yes. Oh, what a great one to train under. What a great course. Oh, that is so exciting. Well, as we start to talk about transform your writing in 2 hours, how does all of this with being certified as a hypnotherapist and a rapid transformational therapy practitioner, how does this all tie in to transforming your writing in 2 hours?
Well, I kind of did that for some intrigue, but basically if you do one of these sessions, they last about 2 hours. And what's amazing is if you have any bit of anxiety, any bit of fear, any self-doubt, we can get to the root cause of it in the session. And then while you are in hypnosis, your conscious mind gets quiet so you can have a heart-to-heart with your subconscious. I guide you through so you can actually have clear understanding. And when you have this understanding under hypnosis, it's one of the most powerful transformative things, because you can actually see why all of these old beliefs have been running your life. And once you have that awareness, then we erase it, just like a computer program. We're saying, okay, erase, delete. We are done with that. And then we can reprogram the mind for this gorgeous transformation that we want to have with our horses or anything else in life. So I've been really blessed to be able to practice with the other students, and I've had some gorgeous breakthroughs, and I know they have as well. And then I got to work with one of my dear friends, and she gave me permission to talk about it. She had a lot of fear about riding because she's had many falls. And when she got to do the session with me, the theme that kept coming up that her subconscious mind was bringing up was amazing and surprising to her. And we were able to get to the root of what was upsetting her. And it worked so beautifully that the next day she sent me this gorgeous video of her riding. So she's filming the ride, mind you, with her phone. She's riding her horse on the road, ponying her other horse. So that takes a little bit of confidence, you know. So my jaw just dropped, and I sent her one of those gifs that had the jaw dropping of cartoon going, "Oh my gosh, look at you go!" And she said, "I think there's something to this RTT session, Beth." And that just blew me away. I was so proud of her, but also really impressed. I'm like, this is working. And then the other side benefit to it is you listen to a specific recording that I create for everyone at the end, and it's very specific to what they need to hear. And then they're required to listen to it for 21 days straight, and that will help solidify the new beliefs. So she said she listens to it before she goes to sleep. Now, it used to take like 2 to 3 hours for her to fall asleep. And she says now that she has this recording, she's asleep before the recording's over. So she's like asleep in 10 minutes. And I was like, that's amazing. So then, of course, when you have more sleep, you're going to be way better in your life in general. Mm-hmm. Yes. So that's what it comes down to. And, you know, I can work with anyone within my scope of practice. You don't have to be a horse rider for this. I mean, if you have any lack of confidence, anxiety, self-doubt, feeling overwhelmed, or any other bad habit you'd like to just leave behind for good. Also, we work with people who want to, feel better in their bodies, maybe reprogram themselves to make healthier habits, or if they want to perhaps feel better, like say, for me, I have the plate in my left leg and my left arm, and I always want to remind it that it's safe to integrate, it's safe to, move forward in life just like the other side. And so we have these two other tools. One is called command cell therapy, and you actually command your cells to do what they're supposed to do and do some divine healing. And your mind is always listening, basically. So if you keep telling your mind what you want your body to do, then your new reality will start to unfold. So just remember, when you're talking to yourself, make sure you're saying really nice and productive things to yourself. So the people that are most depressed are the ones who say harsh, critical words to themselves. So if you just make that one shift in your life, that's going to make a huge difference.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I forgot to say, the other tool is called the healing vortex. So we use that to help, clean up and clear out anything unwanted emotionally, physically, to help you feel better, And of course, we can't say we don't cure anything, but we definitely help enhance your life as best as possible. So.
Oh, that is just incredible. The story with the client that you had. Oh my goodness, it's kind of like, I'm hearing it, of letting go of the past, because the past is what is holding you back to move forward for what the future has for you. But you're so busy hanging on to what's happened in the past that you're struggling to move forward. And does that kind of describe it a little bit on how people could see if there's things in their past, or maybe they don't even realize that's what's holding them back from the past?
Well, yeah,
does
that's
that
the thing. So what happens is when you try to overanalyze with your conscious mind, you're not necessarily able to get to the root cause of what's happening. So with hypnosis, you quiet that conscious mind, and then your subconscious knows exactly the scenes that need to come up, because basically we regress you to past scenes when you're a child usually. And if you don't have scenes, you always just go with what feelings come up, and then you just notice those feelings, and then we analyze what beliefs you you had because of those feelings or experiences that you had in the past. And then once you understand that, then you're like, oh, do I need that anymore? No, not really. Let's get rid of that. So it creates this amazing breakthrough. I'll read you the little paragraph here on their website. Breakthroughs are achieved by understanding and fixing the root cause rather than just addressing the symptoms of the presenting issue. That's why RTT has such permanent, all-pervasive impact, as it erases and eradicates issues at the core for life-changing benefits. And, you know, I've been taught a bunch of different techniques and tools, and they not only help with communication with the subconscious mind, but I also know how to directly access the subconscious mind and help them fix whatever's blocking their lives so we can reprogram their mind for success and fun and way better riding. So for me, I could share what happened with one of my sessions. I always had this really interesting body reaction to coming out in public and trying to speak in public in front of a group of people. And it actually used to happen when I started doing live videos on Facebook. And it was really upsetting to me because it was annoying. But basically my whole body would shake and my lips would even quiver. And I'd almost have to hold on to something. Like I would be shaking. And it was interesting because it also happened, I used to play French horn, and I would often be fine with an orchestra and everything. But when I had to play a solo in front of groups, my lips would shake, and that was so hard to play the instrument when I was shaking. So what do you know, we go back and we find 3 scenes, but the third scene that came up was the most impactful. And when I realized it, I just started laughing like, I cannot believe this. So what had happened is I was brought back to when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I was at a Broadway show with my family. My parents loved to take us to Broadway shows in New York City because I lived on Long Island. And they took me to see a show. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it, but it's called Little Shop of Horrors. And it's about this like alien plant. And the plant gets really big, and then it starts eating people. So at the very end of the show, the plant comes further forward onto the stage, right? And then it starts to act like it's going to eat people in the audience. And then the vines come down from the ceiling to give you that extra scary effect. And, you know, for a 5-year-old, I go under my mom's feet. I was like, oh, no, I'm so freaked out. So my mind at that age was running the program that the stage was scary and it had monsters that might eat me. So that's what caused the shaking. I was like, are you kidding me? So now I'm like, I do not need that anymore. And I've reprogrammed myself. So I'm really, really happy that I had that enlightened moment. So, you know, you just never know what's going to come up. And every time I do sessions with people, they are always surprised by the scenes that pop in. But our minds, our subconscious minds, they just know. It's magical. Yeah.
Oh, that is just incredible, because how you have held on to that all these years and didn't even realize it. You didn't know what was causing that fear.
Exactly. I just always thought I was just a little freaked out about speaking in public, but I didn't know why.
Oh, I love that story, too, because how many of us can relate and think, well, why did we react that way? And it's really going back probably to something that happened. Do you see a lot of times in this that it goes back to happening in childhood?
Yes, very much. And that's often the case. And a lot of times people have forgotten about it or they've pushed it back. But when it comes up, you know, I'm there to support them. I'm all about, you know, if they need to cry it out, keep going, you know, let's let it out. And there's even a moment where if someone has abused them, we can also shift into a tool that's called Dialogue with the Herder, and they can let them have it and say everything they need to say to let it out so they can feel that release. And I encourage the cussing, and it works really well. So there's many different aspects to what we can do, and I just feel so blessed that I was able to make this time to learn all of it so I can share it with the world and give them more freedom.
Oh, my word, yes, because this is incredible, because just in a 2-hour session, all of this can be coming up and helping this person to live a better life. Oh,
yes.
my. And then you said you have a video that they watch then for the next 21 days that kind of pertains to what they're dealing with.
It's an audio that they listen to. Yes.
Audio. Okay, an audio.
Uh-huh.
Now, is the 21 days something, is that number a magical number that's how long, I'm thinking, is that how long it takes your mind to really get it set in? Or why is it 21 days?
That's the science of it that
okay.
I believe. I have to look that up. But, yeah, I think it does take 21 days for the mind to really latch on to something that was unfamiliar becomes familiar.
Right.
Because
perfect.
anything that's unfamiliar, usually the mind's going to reject it. So we have to keep reinforcing it to make it familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the rules of the mind. She has a lot of rules of the mind, and the mind learns by repetition. That's the other main thing. So if you just keep saying, this is how I want my life to be, then your mind's like, okay, we're going to show more evidence of this.
Right. Definitely.
And that's so invaluable with riding. Like if you keep saying, I'll never get that canter transition, you're going to have a hard time.
Right.
We've got to shift that and say, I'm open to my horse surprising me in the best way possible, and just start with that and then say, okay, I'm ready for my best canter transition. And then say, I have the best canter transitions ever, and you just keep shifting it until you're like, oh yeah, that feels way better. But, depending on what the issue is, the person might have this fear of cantering because of something that happened to them as a child. So we wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that as a riding coach unless we actually did one of these sessions. So I really feel like this completes the whole program of inspired riding. So we have, the app with the meditations and the quiz to give you insight on what to do. But then besides the coaching group and private, then we can really get to the heart, personalize what they need to truly transform their lives and their riding with the RGT sessions. So I'm just so thrilled that I have it available now.
I can see why. Now, can this be done remotely? Can you do it like through a 2-hour Zoom call?
This is pretty much all we're going to be doing. It's all going to be on Zoom. Video call, and I do have to see the person because I'll need to make sure that they're with me and I'm able to keep an eye on them, and we have a full conversation, of course. So that's really valuable too. But Zoom's been amazing. We use that, and then in person, if anyone lives locally, of course, I could go to them or they can come to me, but that's usually a bit trickier because not everyone's in this area. But I did do a session. Actually, I've done 2 sessions now with my husband, and the first one was absolutely amazing. What was cool is I hadn't graduated yet. I was still just practicing, and I didn't even use my proper scripts. I just went with what I had already learned. But even with all of that, he went from hardly going into the gym and feeling this lack of motivation that just was really upsetting him to the next day from the session, he started a Facebook group for accountability. They started this program called 75 Hard, where every day they work out twice a day. They follow a specific diet, whatever they want to do, and then they read 10 pages of a nonfiction book, and they take a picture for accountability, and they have to drink like a buttload of water. And so he's been doing that. He just jumped on that, did it, and he's now on like day 33 and hasn't stopped, and he's already lost like 18 pounds. So I'm just like over the moon proud of him, and we know that this session unlocked what was holding him back, and that was so huge. And then we just did another one yesterday about some other trauma, and so I'm really eager to see what unfolds with that one. But yeah, he loved it. And now that I've graduated and have more tools, it was even more impactful for him. So it's really exciting to see that. It's so rewarding for me too, because I'm like, oh man, we're really getting to the heart of what matters here. So yes.
Oh, that's a great example too, because it's not, it's showing that you can help people that are not involved with horses, just like your husband. I mean, it brought out different things in what he enjoys doing and where he wanted to be in his life. And so it shows that you can help all kinds of people, all realms of people are available for this.
Oh, absolutely. I did a whole one where a woman was wanting more confidence driving with other drivers on the road, because she was fine by herself, but she would have a little of anxiety when, people were driving too close to her. So we went through that, and I was so proud of her. It worked out beautifully. So that was a really good one. But yeah, the sky's the limit, basically. We can, as much as we can. The only thing I cannot work with anyone who has psychosis or epilepsy. Like, that's definitely something for trained psychologists. So, But other than that, for the main issues in daily life, people who just want to feel more invigorated again. There's been a huge amount of sadness in the world. So if they just want to hit that reset button, that's a beautiful way to get it going again. Yes, to get it going. And if, like you said, a lot of things have been happening in life and they've been struggling, and if they're like, okay, I got to get out of this cycle, how do I make that step? This sounds to me like a great first step to make to help you break that past cycle, because so much of our life we let those chains from the past, to me, hold us back from the freedom that's really out there. And it's not healthy, and it's not good, and you don't enjoy life like you would if you let go of those chains from the past. So, oh my goodness. Exactly. Yeah, and then the horses feel the difference. It's amazing. It's amazing. They just go, oh, there you are. You're ready to party now. It's pretty awesome. You're ready to dance now. Let's go. Yep. Exactly. Nothing holding them back anymore. Yep. Right. And the horses are going to be one of the first ones that see it. When you're involved with the horses and you let go of things from the past like that, they are going to be the first ones that notice it. They'll be able to tell it before you even get to them. They'll know that you have changed and that things are going to be different now. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Me too. Yeah. They feel everything, and they know. Yes. And that's so much fun to see that immediate biofeedback from them. Well, I have to ask, how did Pepper respond differently to you after you had gone through some of your sessions? Oh, yes. Actually, I had a specific session that I wanted to help alleviate any anxiety I had about jumping with him, because I used to jump as a child, and then as I got older, I was getting a little nervous about it. Just the fact that I really didn't want to get hurt again. And so I had a wonderful session, and my next ride on him was one of our best rides ever. He was like, oh, yeah, you're ready to go. Let's do this. So I was so happy that came up. And now, of course, I haven't been riding him consistently, but we've been going over just ground poles. But what's really fun now is he jumps them as if they're actual jumps. He's like, come on, lady, let's go. We're ready. He just starts to go for it. And it's a fantastic feeling because he loves to jump. So I just have to remember to trust him and enjoy it. And I was really pleased that I was able to work through that in a session for myself. Mm-hmm. And, of course, for him, because I want to make him happy as much as I want to have fun with him. But it's so cool to have a pony that enjoys these sort of things. Like, he'll literally pull me towards jumps, and I'll be like, Pepper, I need one more circle. Give me a second. Let me get organized. He's like, come on, we got this. He's very clear, which I really appreciate. The horses that you're not sure what's happening make me more nervous, but the ones that are like super clear, it's much easier to deal with. They either really want something or they don't. Yeah, that's cute. He's like, come on, I'm ready to jump. What's your problem? Here we go. Exactly. Yeah, we do the thing. Come on, lady. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, I bet he really felt the difference after your session on the jumping, because the way he loves to jump, he was like, oh, finally, she's with me. Exactly. It's so awesome. And I just really encourage everyone to go for it. I have a special running for this first month in June, and then the price will go back up in July. So if anyone is interested, definitely reach out. We can do a 20-minute discovery call, and we can talk about specific questions that you have about it all. And then we'll just go from there and schedule your 2-hour session. So,
awesome.
Yes.
Now, how can our listeners connect with you? What is the best way to connect to get with you on having a session like that, especially since you said you have a special going on during the month of June?
Yes, they can. Right now, I still need to create a page about it on my website, but they can just go to my website and send me an email. They can go to my contact page on inspiredriding.com. And they can find me on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Beth Lauren Parrish. And I have a bunch of public posts that they can find it there as well, so they can just message me there if that's easier.
Okay. Oh, perfect, Beth. Oh, my goodness. Well, this interview went so quickly, and I knew it would. It was just incredible. What is a final tip that you would like to leave with our listeners as we close out today?
Everyone has way more power within them than they realize. So I want you to believe in yourself and know that transformation is possible no matter what you're going through in life.
Oh, Beth, that was beautiful. I love that tip. Power within you and believe in yourself. Those are powerful words. Oh, thank you so much, Beth, for sharing what you are doing with our listeners and letting them find ways to connect with you to help let go of the past that's holding them back for the future. So thank you so much, Beth. You have a magical day.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you are so welcome. And I want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in to this absolutely incredible interview with our amazing diva, Beth Lauren Parrish. And remember, she will be back in the month of June sharing more insight into and knowledge into what she is doing. So be sure and stay tuned. And please share this show with all your family and friends. Check out all the other hosts and their shows on divasthatcare.com. Have an absolute magical day. Be kind to all. And remember what she said, you have power within and believe in yourself. Give your animals that great big extra hug and share all your love with them. Until we connect again on Robust Lifestyles, stay strong and healthy.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.